Now, also today, I thought it'd be a good idea. We could have try out a little new segment. Is it actually good? Now, this is whenever we have some topics that are pretty popular, pretty mainstream, that are generally liked by the public, but um, is it actually good? For example, the first one I have, Zack Snyder's Justice League. This was a big deal back in what was that? Some winter?
Yeah,
Was it
Something like
winter?
that.
it was like January.
Springish.
It was a big deal back then when it dropped. I'm let's start with Kari first because
Disrespect me if you want to. Anyway, but like I'm just letting you know, it was probably one of the best movies I've seen all year, in my opinion.
yeah,
If you think about the movies we've seen this year, it was definitely number one for me. And I think it would have crushed the first time around. I don't think it needs to be 4 hours. He could have definitely cut out some slow mo and stuff like that. But I mean, with the characters displaying all their powers and stuff like that, I think they really did justice. You know what I'm saying? Granville didn't see it because he let the audience sway him. The movie is not mid.
I just heard like for 4 hours it wasn't worth the investment.
No,
I
that's
just like
false.
like I just didn't want to sit for 4 hours to find out. I was like,
No,
You guys
that's
watched
false.
the original movie, right?
yeah, I
Yes.
saw that.
So there was there were changes, of course, but not a lot. I think the only thing that I enjoyed seeing, the only difference that I enjoyed seeing was the Flash moment.
at the end.
Yeah.
Are we? I
So,
mean, we
so I
don't
gotta
care
sit
about
through all
spoilers.
4 hours just to get to that.
He's
Yeah.
lying. He's there's so
And
much
Superman
change.
and Superman had a black suit at the end. Like, why?
You see more about Cyborg and his dad. You see more about
I did
Woman,
wish they
Steppenwolf.
Yeah,
is
you get
not
all
even
the
in the movie.
You get all the Naruto filler in there.
Come on, you're capping. These people
No,
are Marvel
I actually
fans.
am going to advocate for the Zack Snyder movie. People downplay how much of a change it was from the original to the Zack Snyder one. There was a lot of change. It went from a 5 to a 8 just watching the Zack Snyder joint. Like the
It's a
change that
different
they added,
movie.
it was a good movie.
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying, like, for me, it felt like there wasn't that many changes, and some changes was pointless.
The first movie was 2.5 hours. The second one was 4 hours. How could that not be big change?
Man,
Thank you.
Stretch them out.
literally, it was stretched
It was
out.
not
Exactly. It's the same
stretched.
scene slowed down.
This is a very
It wasn't.
polarizing
Same scenes
set of
slowed
reviews
down.
here.
That's it. That is all that happened.
Come on,
Stop
man.
it.
When Flash
Stop
came,
it. And then Superman came out with a black suit for no reason.
The black suit
what's the
change
no
was,
reason?
like, why did that? I don't understand like what difference that made. But the Flash one was amazing.
Superman just came back from being dead. The solar suit is how he gets extra power when half the world was dark at the time. So Superman gets his power from the sun. That's why he had it.
So the
That's
suit
amazing,
holds
dog. It's
solar
okay.
power in it.
No, but I do like
Huh?
the movie. Though.
Like
I
so
think
the
people-
suit
I mean-
holds like solar energy in the suit.
Never heard of that?
It makes it,
Oh.
yeah, in the comic books. It
Yes,
does
it
make sense,
is.
but they just didn't make that clear in the
Yeah,
movie.
like,
Why do they need to? We should know that.
I don't know about
I mean, a
that.
movie-
listen.
Oh, I mean,
listen,
a movie should be able to
listen,
stand on its own.
no,
Yes, yes.
no. This
yes.
is where y'all Marvel
You shouldn't have to
fans-
read the manual to enjoy a movie.
This is where
He
y'all
has a
Marvel
point.
fans. This is
He
where
has a
y'all
point.
Marvel fans different from DC. We've seen Uncle Ben die
Like both.
72 times. I don't
What
need
about
to see how
Bruce's
Peter
parents?
Parker gets. Huh?
Bruce's parents?
That's fine. Bruce parents died so many times too. We don't need to see it. That's why they
I
didn't show
think
you
we've
it.
seen Uncle Ben die once.
So you don't think the movie was stretched out?
What?
Oh, hold on, I'll let y'all
Uncle
keep
Ben dies
going.
in
Whatever
every
he did for the
Spider-Man
last
movie.
decade. That man died like 8 times.
Uncle
Yes.
Ben? He died in the Tobey Maguire movie.
He died in the other Spider-Man too, the Amazing Spider-Man.
I don't
And
know.
Peter.
Died.
Yes,
he did die in Amazing
did.
Spider-Man.
He
Did he?
did die.
Yeah,
Okay,
That's-
twice.
that's-
Come on, man. Every
Some-
time they started
we
Even
saw-
in the ones where he didn't actually die and they
Uncle
alluded
Ben,
to him
my
dying.
Uncle Ben. Like,
they could
come on
allude to
now.
him
Well, they
dying.
gotta- well,
That's
they
a
have
part
to-
of the story.
they have to at least allude to it.
Oh, so they have to allude to it.
Yeah, they gotta allude to it.
No, they don't. We know we know Peter don't got his Uncle Ben. We know where great power and great responsibility
We've
comes
seen
from.
I
that man
mean,
die
like,
twice.
look. I think we can
Come on,
simplify this, man. We just don't need to see the entire origin story,
Listen,
but it can
as a
still
comic
stand on
book
its
fan-
own.
Exactly. As a comic book fan, you should know going in what this character is about. I don't care about the people that don't know. That's your fault.
My last thing,
why he's wearing black.
you
Look
don't
it
think
up.
you don't think it was a little stretched out whenever they had the scene with Aquaman and the girl choir being like, oh,
That was weak. That's the only part I did not like
they
at all.
smelt his shirt like, oh
Yeah, I didn't know if they were like his
They
like
doing
harlots.
Sannlega fríður var hann, allt sem prýða má einn mann, mesta blíðum bar hann.
Yo, man, I'm definitely putting that clip up. That's going up.
It was weird.
I mean, I guess you're
But
right.
he's hating because he won't put all the rest of the clips up.
I guess you're right. Like as fans, we should know these things, but it's like
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't
even when it happened, right? Like normally, like when something like that happens for the fans, it's like they show it and it's like da da da, and then it's like, oh snap, he's wearing this or he's doing this. He just literally flew into the fight and was fighting in a black suit.
He's getting busy.
No, there was no moment like, oh, it's the
Isn't it
black
there-
suit Superman. This is like, oh, he's in the black suit and the movie is still going.
What does
Wow.
it need to be that for?
And
Why does he
Well,
have to
wait,
have a
wait,
da 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 moment?
We're pretty split
It's
down the middle with
great.
this. I thought it was okay, but like DJ said, there was a lot of
I enjoyed it.
yeah. Keys and Carr thinks it's
Regular
good.
and watch it.
My only,
Yeah,
my
I'm
only
neutral.
knock to
Grandma will
it-
probably never watch it. I don't know how.
I'm a
If
force
I get
never
a
watch it.
reward,
Literally, my only knock
When are we
to
ever
it
gonna have
is-
4 hours to?
yeah,
Literally,
4 hours to
that's
kill.
like my only knock to it. The fact that they put a movie out already and it didn't do what it was supposed to do, and they had to
Then
drop
all the
four-
there's other scenes when they were going from the other timeline back and forth with Deathstroke and all that. Like yeah, that's just little changes.
I mean, it was
No, no.
it
I
was
just don't
fan
think
service.
it should take 4 hours to make a
Deathstroke
movie
in there?
good.
Yes,
I mean
It
that
still wasn't
Superman
hard?
that Superman fight
he
scene still good.
was, and that's the thing.
Well, let's go on to the
To
next
them.
one.
They had the Green Lanterns getting sniped, man.
Now this one is near and dear to my heart.
No, it's not.
This one is near and dear to my heart, and I think it's near and dear to I'd say probably all of our hearts. Really, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, we all grew up, and I think whether it be Dragon Ball Z, maybe Pokemon, that was our entry into anime for a lot of people who are into anime. But is it actually good?
Yes.
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z, 100%. Yes.
Noted.
What'd you say?
Noted.
Wow, I'm actually surprised everybody said, because every time we talk about we bring up other anime, Keith especially, you're like, Dragon Ball Z is so poorly written.
Well, you said Dragon Ball Z. If you would have said Dragon Ball Super, I would have ranted. But Dragon Ball Z in itself is.
Well,
Well, that's
Yeah.
part. That all together is part of it.
Are you trying to go Keisha? or what?
I was. You're saying all of up to
Dragon Ball
98
universe.
I'm saying, yeah, like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. It's just Dragon Ball Z is just the general kind of, you know.
I feel like Dragon Ball Z in itself is one of the best anime ever created, and everything in its entirety. I feel like it ruined its legacy along the way, and it's continuing to do that. But it is a goated anime for sure.
Ruining its legacy.
I see Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball franchise, as the Eminem of anime.
Please
This has
proceed
been-
with what you are saying.
Let me explain. Let me
Yes,
explain. Hold up, man. Let me explain. It's been out for a very long time. And when
Okay.
it was first out and we all grew up listening to it, it was legendary. It's iconic. You think about it, you still go back to them iconic moments. You know, talk about Cell fighting Gohan, you know, Majin Buu, destroying Frieza, going Super Saiyan for the first time, all that stuff. But as it went on, you know, and then we got Dragon Ball Super, you know, just like how Eminem kept putting out music and a lot of people said his quality was declining or he was one-dimensional, but he still kept going. And it still is going to this day in the manga. I don't think Dragon Ball Super was as good as Dragon Ball Z. I think the writing is a lot worse now, but the fights are what like keeps a lot of people there. To be honest, the fights are hard, but it's like that. It's like Eminem's not as good as he once used to be, but he's still got like some crazy punchlines. Like you see, he's got a feature of freestyle out. You know, you're gonna listen to it.
When did
I
we
think it's
ever
a
go
good
to
analogy.
Dragon Ball Z for the story?
I mean, Dragon Ball Z had a decent story and fights.
I never went to Dragon Ball Z to see the story.
And that's what I was about to say
I
earlier
understand.
too. I was about to say
I
earlier,
understand.
like I still call it a great 100% good show, but I never really went to it for the story. To be fair,
Yeah,
the story is
but-
not good.
I feel
But I
like
mean,
that's
as we-
grading the anime on a curve. I don't
Yeah,
know.
'cause, like-
I don't think you can take that aspect out of it and say it's a great anime if you're taking that one of the main aspects of the anime out. Like,
Yeah,
I don't-
because like as we got older and we start developing our taste in other anime, you know, like we see other stuff that's out now, and then Super's still coming out. We watch Super, and it's written not as good. Like you started wanting story. I mean, I know you don't come to Dragon Ball for a story, but how much better would it be if it had a good story?
I mean, it has story, and to Keisha's point, we're not talking about great anime. We're talking about is it a good show?
how's that different?
Because people enjoy the show, you know how they enjoy the show.
So an anime that doesn't have fight scenes and an anime that does have fight scenes, what's the difference? They're both anime. You're coming to them to enjoy the show. Not Dragon Ball Z, you literally have to say, "Oh, I'm coming to this because the fights are hard." That's grading the show on a curve. I don't feel like that's fair if you're gonna grade it as an
I
entire.
mean, the story of the saga was relatable, not relatable because we can't relate to any of
Fighting
that.
and
But I'm saying,
Key Blast.
I'm just saying, like it wasn't poorly written, but I'm saying you're not coming there looking for a story. I'm coming there to see people to get busy, power up, knockdowns. Krillin gets killed a couple times. You know what I mean? The good stuff.
I mean, like,
So
even
I'm
with,
not.
with all that said, like the most iconic moments that we remember from that show isn't like story stuff. It's the fights.
But the story in it is what amplified those fights to be what they were. Like if
That's
there
a
was
very valid
literally
point.
if there was
Okay.
literally no
Okay, so
backstory to
the
these
bad
fights,
story still made the fights good.
You're right about the fact that the story makes some of the fights good. What I'm saying is the writing is bad. I'm not saying that the story is what I'm saying that the writing.
And here's like the writing is bad, but like I still feel like I don't know if it's gonna make sense. Like I do like the plot a bit
Say that. That's more
because like you know like how I'm trying to think like with just with Goku as what?
Said my dog is dumb.
Oh. Yeah, like I enjoyed the plots. Like everything does like have like every season does like have like a decent plot, but there's like a lot of bad writing, you know, in it.
Mhm.
But like the plot is good, and then the fighting, you know, takes everything and like just makes it amazing. And that's Dragon Ball Z.
Way to say it. The plot definitely helps the show for sure. As far as the story and how it's written, it has a lot to be desired. But the anime,
I thought Z, like specifically Z, actually had a good story.
Super.
I love Dragon Ball Z, but
Frieza Saga was a good story.
At this point, you could see the formula because it's gone through so many arcs, and I kind of want it to end at some point.
You think?
There's a couple more things I would like to see, but I think it should wrap it up at some point.
You think anime can survive without Goku?
I don't. You think what
You
Dragon Ball
mean
Z?
like if he stopped existing or if he just never existed?
Like he just stopped.
Like could
Just
Dragon
from now,
Ball?
like from
do you
now,
know-
like just no more Goku, no more
there's
Vegeta,
no more
nothing.
Goku at all. I don't think so.
Do you know
yes,
the time
yes.
period between
I don't
Dragon
think
Ball Z and Super?
Hmm?
It's huge.
Yeah.
We were thriving.
But
We were
they-
still good.
One of the main reasons people were
Yes.
watching Dragon Ball Super.
No, y'all came out
towards
with
its end-
Naruto and
One of the main reasons people were watching Dragon Ball Super towards the end of the last season was because Goku got strong enough to be able to fight Jiren and fight in that tournament. If there was no Goku, What's the attraction to that show at that point?
That was a legendary. That was a legendary
That
anime
fight.
moment.
And
That had
that's,
me-
The
that's
fight
where
was amazing.
I
but
was
when
going over to Aaron's house. I won't drop every
Yeah,
week.
we-
Like, yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
that fight was amazing. Like, if
And
there was
honestly-
no Goku to be able to do that, that show was not having
the show should have ended right there
Yeah.
because the
I
manga
think the arc
was making
after
it look so bad.
after this power where they had to fight Moro is garbage. But this new saga they got where it's almost like he's like the strongest. I don't know what they call Krillin, like not the strongest human, but the strongest
Earthling.
Earthling or something like that from his universe.
I
And
don't
he's like, ugh.
I don't like
He's
it
hard.
because like
Yeah, it's
I mean spoilers to whomever's watching this, but like they're making UI look real bad right now.
Yeah, but you know what I appreciate about Dragon Ball now is, I mean, the characters, they're just so strong now. They can pretty much do whatever the heck they want to do. There is nothing. It is just when you go see like a Dragon Ball movie, it is just complete spectacle now, and I love it.
Yeah, when he was fighting when Broly and him was
They
fighting,
just did
went
it.
to-
They were in a different dimension at some
Dimension.
point.
I was
It's like,
like-
what? Okay.
It was like, whoa! I was like, okay.
I like more of that type of stuff in my Dragon Ball fights. I don't like just regular punches and kicks and ki blasts and a dude gets knocked out and then powers down immediately after. Like
But you know what's funny about the Dragon Ball Z? Get out my kitchen, bro. Are you serious? I'm sorry. Like, no, go lay down. Anyway, the difference between Dragon Ball Z, like they used to be just, there was a lot of like like one of those, like those joints, like just kicking and punching. Dragon Ball Super, they're actually scrapping a little bit in there. Like there was that part where when Black first met Goku, and then like Goku is shooting these ki blasts on Black, and he's actually spinning in the air to dodge them. Then he lands, does a little almost like a Spider-Man pose, and they're flip, and then Jiren and him are rumbling, and then like Goku picks him up by his leg, slams him on his face. Like they're actually just fighting at this point. You know what I mean?
Super does have some good fights. Like that Goku versus Kefla fight was crazy too.
Them fights is literally what keep that
But-
show.
but we don't talk about the first part of Super where the animation was garbage.
Wow.
Not garbage, garbage.
Watch
at
the
first.
movies.
Yeah, you gotta watch the movies. You can't just
It's just it's anime WWE, and
Yeah.
it's
I
still.
also feel like people.
And that's why it's great.
That is why it's great.
Because it's good at what it
It's
does.
great at what it does. I think we could all agree on that. Now let me fit this last one in here for our is it really good? Cardi B.
No, not good at all. Not good at all.
I mean
Not good at all.
sure.
No.
Sure.
Sure. That don't.
Hey,
Yeah,
No.
why not? Like,
Yes.
no.
yeah.
Yes.
She's had 3 groundbreaking songs.
She has a Grammy for best album of the year.
But see,
Like
is that her?
Yes.
Is that her? Because she has a
Pure
lot.
hype.
She has a lot of
Best
writers.
album of the year.
Pure hype.
She has a lot of writers.
Pure hype.
The album was great. It was.
Can
I
you
love
look
that
up how
album.
much that album sold?
Do you think Cardi B actually has any artistic involvement? Like, I think they just give her a beat and it's like, here you go, rap on
I
this.
100% feel like Bodak Yellow was Cardi B. She 100% made that.
Yeah, but really, that's Kodak Black.
Did she steal that? Did she steal that?
No, she borrowed a flow from Kodak.
She used the flow.
Bodak Yellow is 100% Cardi B, and that's what like her biggest song.
But we just said she borrowed the flow though.
But it's her song.
It's her song, but she borrowed the flow.
Nah,
Yeah, people take flows all the time.
It's literally all her words and all the flows in that
take
song.
But not the flow.
Kodak.
But
Flows in that
never
song.
mind.
People
I
take
wanna-
flows all the time. Why does it
I'm
matter
a-
now?
who takes flows?
But
Say.
be popular for your own flow.
Yeah, you know who he's about.
Is Cardi B an industry plant?
I actually wasn't about to say Drake.
No,
Side note.
no, no.
Well, since Granville
The
said
answer to your
Drake,
question is yes.
But
Cardi
I said
B
I
is-
wasn't going to.
Cardi B is definitely one.
Like,
I
people
don't
take
think you
flows
can-
all the time.
I don't think you can get to where you are right now in the amount of time she did and not be good.
I don't know if it's. I don't
She's
know
not
if her
in the
popularity
real-
is about her being a good rapper though.
he's not
We
anywhere
live in
anymore.
the future, my boy. You can definitely get some flame off of nothing.
Well, you said she's not there anymore. She has 3 songs this year that's been in the top 10, and she didn't even drop an album this year. She's up there.
She has a song in the top 10 this year.
Yes, WAP, rumors. What's
Wasn't she-
It's like,
She had 3 songs this year. That's up there.
Rumors, is that the one with Lizzo?
Yeah.
Didn't that song?
That is garbage.
I don't like the
You
song
know that
either, but it
song
was
is
up
bad.
there.
ain't that the one she was
Song's
crying
bad.
about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Song's bad.
Up is fire. Up is ridiculous to me. That was a
fire.
banger.
I like
Up
that.
is a banger.
I just don't think Cardi B is like a skilled rapper. Grandpa, what you think?
Well, those are 2 different conversations. You said is she good and is she a skilled rapper? Those are 2 different things.
And she
Okay,
good in general, like
okay.
overall.
What is Cardi
Is she
B?
a good artist? Yes.
What is Cardi B
skilled
good
rapper?
at? Cardi B is good at making songs. Is that what you're saying?
Cardi B is a good artist. She's good at making music. She's good at performing. She has a great projection. She raps well. She has an image. Like, and as an artist in total, she's a good artist. Yes.
I think
a skilled rapper, no.
I think a lot of her songs are written for her, and she just performs them.
Well, that we know that already. She does have songs that are written for her.
So it's like, what is she actually good, or they're just
Some of the
helping
best
her?
artists
I mean, are you
that have songs
asking
written for
about
them.
her rap ability or just the
Yeah, you
sound
can't-
of the
those are
music?
2 different conversations.
I thought you
Okay.
said
I
about
don't
the
think
sound
it's,
of
I
the
don't think it's 2
music.
different conversations because it's a description of what she is.
Yeah,
can
I'm
be a
saying like,
skilled rapper.
are you saying like I'm asking like you saying Cardi B is it good or bad? I'm thinking you be like her music. I'm like, yeah, her music's pretty decent. I like a few songs. Yeah,
There are
But
skilled
out of
rappers.
how many songs?
I mean I haven't listened to all of her.
Her
songs,
entire
but, like, I like
Invasion
what
of
I've heard.
Privacy album is fire. That whole thing is crazy.
I think Cardi B's music is pretty enjoyable. I just don't think Cardi B herself is good. Like I don't think she's
like
very
20%
artistic.
of her music.
I think she's just
so-
getting helped, which is fine. But I'm just saying, like, that's why I don't think people can put her up with like Nicki Minaj or rappers.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Nicki,
I'll take Doja Cat over Cardi B as far as
yes.
ability.
As in, she's a way better rapper than Cardi B for sure.
Yeah.
I think Doja Cat by far, like you just said, she would be the woman Kendrick Lamar, which is so comical to me.
You said the
I don't-
K word.
I don't know if that ruffled y'all feathers, but I just thought it was
No,
funny.
I stand by that. She will be.
I don't listen to her that much to believe that
She's
she's
crazy.
the female Kendrick.
She's a female Kendrick. She's
Yeah.
still like that.
All her albums have been ridiculous. She's a beast.
Wow.
Kendrick was a woman. He would be Doja.
Do y'all feel like she was robbed?
Do I feel like who?
Where?
Yeah, I feel like she was robbed at the Grammys
Doja Cat?
For what category?
for best artist of the year.
Who did she lose to?
You think Justin Bieber earned it?
Oh yeah, I think
Bieber has been wilding this year.
Nah,
Justin Bieber
How?
is the
Justin
number.
Bieber has been.
Aside from Peaches, what has
He
like,
has
what
a-
good
he's
song?
on the #1 song right now. Like,
Which is
he's-
what?
Oh, you know Justin Bieber's
Wow.
the number 1
Peaches?
artist on Spotify, bro.
No, Peaches was fire too, but Stay with Killer Roy. He's that's what #1 right now. Like he's been wilding this year.
I have
He had
not
a
been
crazy,
hearing
a huge song with Chance earlier this year. Like he's been going crazy. Yes, I don't think that was snubbed. He killed it this year.
I miss all that, I guess.
Well, we all can say
Even
at
with the
least
Drake album being out right now, he's still on the #1 song. Like he's going crazy.
Easy now.
Well, bringing it back to Cardi B,
Even with Kanye out right now.
Yeah,
Mo-
in fact.
most of us enjoy Cardi B's music, whether we think she's a good rapper or not.